My name is Nick, and today we're going over what does EOS stand for in fashion retail.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Ah!
Hello, my name is Nick and welcome to my YouTube channel. So what does EOS stand for in fashion retail? Very simply stated, EOS means end of season. In fashion retail, we have two major seasons, spring, summer, and fall, winter. And those have a definitive end date based on the retail calendar. And different retailers will have different ways of which they account for this calendar, but overall, you'll have a definitive day for each retailer that you're either working for or that you're selling into as a wholesaler, and that will be the end of the season, end of the fashion season. So what happens here? A couple things occur. On the first hand, if there's agreements in place between the wholesaler and the buyer or the retailer, such as margin deals or return agreements or so many different specialized agreements that the retailers have, it's always accounted for on a seasonal basis. So they'll settle out any financial obligations they have to each other, whether it's sending goods back or whatnot, and that will all get settled out at the end of the season. The other thing that will happen is this is very definitively the end of a fiscal period. So on a finance side, it might be the end of your year or the end of your quarter, which means that everyone's accounting for their books. On the buyer retailer side, you're accounting for how much inventory you're holding at that moment and trying to kind of play the balance game of looking or really being a profitable business. On the wholesale side, this is your moment. Well, I shouldn't say wholesale or retail side. This is a moment to analyze and really see and dig in what happened during the season. Of course, you should be doing this on a weekly and monthly basis, but because this solidifies the end of that fashion season, and we sell fashion, on a seasonal basis, literally a collection basis, you can see what worked, what sold well, what didn't work, what you want to change for next season, and really put those into action right now, because the season very literally starts the next day for the next season. And you've probably already been shipping that product for a couple of months. So you've already been planning how you're gonna iterate for that season, but now you can really dig in and look at how well did we perform, what's our potential for next year in this season with this retailer or with this vendor on the retail side. You can really dig in and see what happened at this season. So EOS will get talked about a lot. End of season. Super important to know what that means and to know the context around why it is important. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. As always, I answer every single one. I'm happy to answer your specific questions around this topic. Oh, and also, why don't you subscribe while you're at it if you're new to the channel? I put out fashion business, entrepreneurship, startup advice almost daily. We would love to have you a part of this community, and we'll catch you later.